So this is this week's spelling list for WW. Okay, it's the short O and long O pattern. What I would like you to do is, on your notebook paper, you may open up your notebook, your spelling journal, if you have not done so already, and I'd like you to draw a line right down through the center. Okay, draw one line right through the center of the page. So you've got two columns on your paper. So your paper should look like mine, at least very similar to it. Go ahead and draw the line if you haven't already. And it doesn't need to be perfect, but should just have a half here and a half here. Okay, up here we're going to write an O with a little smiley face over it. Okay, because this O makes the ah sound. Alright, it's a short O. And remember, short, this line got bent, so it got short, and it says ah. And if you look at the shape of your mouth, when you say ah, it's kind of like an O shape, isn't it? Ah. So if you have trouble kind of remembering that sound, just think, I have to just open my mouth and go ah, 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 ah. Alright? On this side, I want you to write another O. Okay, and over it I want you to write a straight line, because this is the long O. And remember, the long O always says its name, right? And the name of this letter is O. Okay? The name of this letter is O. So, we're going to sort out our words, okay? And everyone has their word list, okay? You don't need to have it with you right now. You just need to be listening to what I say and checking it out. So we're going to actually put this first word, sock, we're going to put it right in the short O column. So sock. And you hear how that goes sock in the word? So if you hear ah, it goes in this side. If it sounds like sock, then it goes over here. And this one, bone, is going to go right over here. So if you hear O in the word, like in bone, you put it in the long O. Okay, so you're listening for either an ah, like in sock, or an O, like in bone. Alright? So your first word to try by yourself is rock. Rock. If you hear ah, like in sock, put it over here. If you hear O, like in bone, put it over here. The word is rock. So give it a try, see what you think. Okay, and if you put it right over here underneath sock, you would be correct. Sock, rock. And that one even rhymes. Sock, rock. Alright, your next one is going to be job. Job. If you hear ah, like in sock, then you put it here. If you hear O, like in bone, then you put it here. The word is job. Job. Good. If you put it here, you would be correct. Job. And be careful when you make your B. Watch how I make my B. Look right up. I go down all the way, and then I come up and make a belly on it, and the belly's facing the right. Okay, it's facing the right. If it's facing the other way, it's a D, and the word would be jawed. Okay, we don't want any D's there. We want B's, so we got to have a belly to the right. Job. Okay, your next word is clock. Clock. If you hear ah, like in sock, put it over here. If you hear O, like in bone, put it over here. So think, clock. Ah, 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 clock. O, 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 clock. Which one does it go to? You give it a try. Okay, using your neatest writing. Clock. It's going to go right over here. C-L-O-C-K. Clock. Alright, your next word is joke. Joke. If you hear ah, like sock, put it over here. If you hear O, like bone, put it over here. Okay? So it's either clock, as like clock, or O, like bone. The word is joke. Joke. Where does that go? Joke. I want to have it right over here underneath bone, because it's O. Joke. Okay, your next word is rope. rope. Where's that going to go? Do you hear ah like clock or o like bone? Rope. Rope. Put it on which one you think it'll go on. Rope. Okay, if you thought it would go over here with the long O, then you put it over here. Rope. Rope. Okay, your next word is stove. Stove. If you hear ah, like clock, put it over here. If you hear O, like bone, put it over here. The word is stove. Stove. Okay, stove. It should go right over here underneath rope. Stove. Stove. Because you hear the long O sound. O, bone, joke, rope, stove. Okay, O, it's a long O. Alright, your next word is cone. Cone. If you hear ah, like clock or job or rock, put it here. If you hear O, like bone or joke or rope, put it here. The word is cone. Cone. So which side do you think it'll go on? Cone. Cone. Okay. Cone is a long O because it says its name. Cone. Cone. Okay, it should go right there. Your next word is hope. Hope. Okay, you hear an ah like clock or an O like bone or cone. Hope is the word. Hope. 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 Give it a try. Should go right here. Long O. Hope. Because it's saying its name. If you hear O, it goes in the column that says its name. Your next word is hot. Hot. Do you hear ah like sock, rock, clock? Hot. Or do you hear O like bone, joke, rope? Hot. Hot. You can sound it like, does it sound clock, hot, or clock, hope? Which sounds the same to you? Okay, give it a try. It should be clock, hot. Because it's that short sound. Ah, ah, ah. Your next word is home. Home. Do you hear O like cone or hope in home? Or do you hear ah like clock, hot, home? What does it sound like? Which one does it sound like? O or ah? Home. Home. If you put it here, you would be correct. Home. Okay. Your next word is spot. Spot. Okay, do you hear ah like sop or hot in spot? Or do you hear O like hope or home? Spot. Ah, spot. Okay, if you put it over here, you would be correct. Spot. Spot. Okay, it sounds just like hot spot. It even rhymes. Okay. Your next word is rose. Rose. Do you hear O like in bone or joke? Rose. Or do you hear ah like in hot or spot? Rose. Rose. What do you think? If you wrote it over here in the long O, you would be correct. Rose. Rose. Okay, your next word is road. Road. Do you hear O in road? Like home and rose, road? Or do you hear ah in road? Like hot, spot, road. Okay, which one does it match? Does it match a O, road, or ah, road? Okay, if you put it over here in the long O sound, you would be correct. Road. Your next word, those. Those. Where are you going to put those? Does it sound like an O, like in bone? Those? Or does it sound like an ah in sock? Those. Those. O. Or ah. Should go right over here. Those. All of these O's sound the same. Next word. Hose. Hose. Okay? Hose. Does it sound like those? Or does it sound like spot? Hose. Those? Or hose. Spot? What does it sound similar to? What does it sound the same as? Okay, if you put it over here in the long O, you would be correct. Hose. Your next word is pot. Pot. Does pot sound like spot? Or does pot sound like hose? Ah or O? Okay, pot. Okay, if you put it over here, you would be correct. Pot. All right, your next word is hole. 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 Does hole sound like pot? Or does hole sound like hose? Hole. If you put it over here in the long O, hole, you would be correct. Hole. Your next word, chop. Chop. Does chop sound like pot? Or does chop sound like hole? Chop. Pot. Chop. Hole. What does it sound like? If it sounds like chop pot, put it here. If it sounds like chop hole, put it here. If you chose to put it here, chop, you would be correct. Chop. Okay, and the next word is broke. Broke. Does it sound like ah in chop or o, hole? So hole, broke, chop, broke. What sound is that O? Is it an ah or an O? Broke. Broke. If you put it over here, you would be correct. Broke. Okay, so let's read through these so you can think about it if you hear the same sounds. So this is ah, so we should hear ah in all of these words. Sock, rock, job, clock, hot, spot, pot, chop. Okay, I'm actually going to make that H a little bit taller so I don't think it's an N. Over here, we should hear O in all of the words. So we have bone, joke, rope, stove, cone, hope, home, rose, road, those, hose, hole, broke. Okay, so we've sorted those ones out. Now there's a couple of words on this list that are oddballs. Okay, and I'm going to write the oddballs down here because they sound like an ah sound, but they look like an O sound. The words are come and some. So look how I write the word come. C-O-M-E. And the word some, S-O-M-E. These words are tricky because they sound like, they sound kind of like actually. They don't really sound like aw, otherwise it would be calm and psalm. Okay? And they don't follow the O pattern, the long O pattern, because look, see how all the long O words have E's on the end? Remember what these E's do? These are pretty powerful E's, aren't they? Because they make this vowel, this O, they make it say its name. So this, because of this E, that's why this O says its name. That's why E says bone in this word. That's why it makes it say, the O say bone. Otherwise, it would just be bon. If I do this, look at what's happening up there. Bon goes to bone when I add the E. Look right up there. Jock would go to joke if I add the E. Rop would go to rope. So that E is really powerful. Okay? It's doing a lot. It's doing really hard work at the end of those words. Now we get to two words, come and some. They don't sound like aw, and they don't sound like o. They sound like ah. Okay? So you've just got to remember these words, come and some. All right? If it followed this pattern, this word would be comb and soam. But that doesn't make sense, does it? Okay, so you just got to remember, come and some. They look the same, but they don't fit these patterns. And this is what we would call our oddball words. This is what we would call our oddball words. Okay? So if you want to add oddball to your column somewhere, I want to make sure you have come and some in there, because they are kind of their own thing. Some of you might choose to add them over here in the margin, okay, like draw an extra line here. Some of you might choose to do that. Okay, so that is today's spelling lesson for WW.